Replacing the two front wheel hubs of a 2018 Ram 1500 3.6 Tradesman. Ram 1500 3.6 six-cylinder Tradesman. Always make sure you jack it up before you loosen up the lug nuts. We're going to replace the front wheel hubs with the ABS. And the tools we'll be using is a 13 screwdriver, but I recommend a flathead, and a 13 16 socket with a, for the lug nuts, a 7/8 socket, the 13/16 socket for the caliper. Now normally on the old ones you would need a 13, but you can see this 13 doesn't fit, and the reason it doesn't fit because I changed the caliper. This is a new caliper, but normally it will be a 13, but since I changed the caliper, this will be a 14. So just be ready to have a 13, possibly a 14. Normally it'll be a 13, but since the cap has been changed, it has to be a 14 on this one. Okay, always remember that when you remove the bolts, that is to left to loosen them, but in this case it appears to be going to the right, and the reason is because you have to face the bolt. When you face the bolt, then you will know which is your right and which is your left. This case is going to the right, but it's loosening to the left. That's one bolt off. This is using a 14 socket, but the reason it's a 14, like I expressed before, is because it's a new caliper, but normally the OEM calipers would be a 13mm socket. So you let loose the brake caliper first. So you can see while it's turning, this is turning too. So basically it's not coming down, it's not coming off. So we're gonna need to grab a wrench. While it takes, you see as it's losing it, I'm gonna grab a wrench and hold it here. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. And this wrench, if you want to know, it's an 18. It's an 18 just to hold this right here. Okay, now that we have that, I'm going to show you a trick. Normally you take the caliper off by doing this, raising it up. I prefer a flathead screwdriver, not a Phillips, because you could tear up the rubber from the piston. So you start jerking with it, going up with it, loosening it like that, loosening it like that, loosening it like that until it's loose. Now, if you get one that's extremely tight, there's a trick to it. What you could do is grab a wrench, but one preferably that fits in here. preferably a blunt object. So what you do is you press on the piston, like this, for example. You want to press on the piston. You push on, you use that caliper as your leverage, and then press on the piston, going that way, going like this, going that way. That way you put the piston in. Try to grab something that you're able to make sure, try to take it out as much as you can, and then press on the piston. You press on the piston like this, push it in, press on it, use the caliper as your leverage, and press on it. And the same thing for the top one. Preferably something that's flat. Then I can push on it like this. You see?
Oh, you have to push on the piston to make it more loose?
Yeah, you see how I'm pushing the piston?
Yeah.
Okay, now make sure that the piston edge comes out. I'm pushing this out. You see? You see? You see? Piston. You see how I'm pushing it? Okay. See? Okay, the more the piston comes out, the more I can push on it. Look. Okay, same thing for this side. Okay, I'll try to take it off. You see how it wants to come out? Okay, the more the piston comes out, the more leverage you have to push the piston more inside. You see? This is how it works. Okay, now, normally people will grab a hook and hook this on so it won't come loose. So what I do is I put it on top of the control arm. Okay, that's a trick to get these off, because sometimes they're a pain in the butt. If you push the piston in, then, okay, now
it was leaking.
That's just the way it is for the oil that we put. Okay, now take the brake pads off. Okay, now take this bolts off, and I'll tell you the other one. No, the other one is loose, the big chrome socket. This one I believe is a, can you see right on this one?
Uh, 1316.
13/16, okay, you see a ratchet? 13/16. Always remember, left loses. To your left, normally the left will be going that way. That way. But if you're facing the bolt this way, then your left is going down, because you're facing a bolt. If you put your face right here, your left is this side. If you're doing it this way, your left is that way. So if you're facing the bolt this direction, then your left is coming down. Now normally what you want to use is a cheater pipe. See a small one? Use this one. Try to grab leverage. We're going away when it's hard to try to grab leverage.
It's okay to use both hands?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put the pipe, stick the pipe a little bit more out, like that. Get that leverage. Okay, now grab the top. Now grab the top. Okay, now you can just
Piston.
because it's gonna come loose at you. Because you're gonna loosen it up. Alright, pull it out. It's already loose. Now what I would recommend is, so you won't lose these parts, put them right back in there. Put them right back in there just so you won't lose them or misplace them, especially if you're going to come and work on it the next day, or we have too many projects out there. So that way it will always be attached to the caliper. Just set it to the side. Now there's the rotor. Sometimes they'll have clips here. Sometimes they'll have clips here on the studs where you have to remove those clips from the studs. So just take the rotor out. So now that's the wheel hub. We took the rotor off. This is the wheel hub. Look the way it sounds. So obviously it's got that cable. It's got that cable that goes here, goes all the way. Well, here's the clip. I'm gonna take it off. This is a clip where it comes off from. Now normally you would need a flathead, but you have to pull this up. Can you see this right here? This right here, this clip. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Not?
Yeah.
Okay. The trick to it is pull this up, this little thing here. Push it up, and then this should come up. You see that? Try it again. Push it down. You pull on this a little bit, and then pull that red clip up. Then you have to press this black thing, push it down, so you can release that clip. Then you push this black thing, push it down, and then it releases that clip. And the reason that black thing that you push down is because it's grabbing this right here. So as you're pushing this black thing down, then this, whatever's holding this, will pick up and let loose. So that's where it attaches to. So obviously you want to let this loose. That's why I say preferably a flathead. You loosen this up, pull it out from here. Take it out from here. You could actually destroy this one, because or you don't have to. You could just take it off from the clip and it's loose, but you get some new ones from AutoZone, or from AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Advanced Auto Parts. Okay, now it's loose. So we gotta take 3 bolts that comes from the wheel hub. As you can see, is this one right here. Or the 3 bolts will end up being this one, this one, going like a triangle. 2 and 3. Those 3 bolts are holding the wheel hub. So we mentioned that it was going to be the same 1316. Is in there, 1316. Now we're going to put that ratchet. This is a little bit hard because it's got that all the piece there, so it's going to be hard to get this one. Preferably you should have turned the tire a little bit to the left. That way it could give you, look at this on the driver's side, that way it could give you space to fit this in here. So let me try to turn the steering wheel to the left. That way give me space. Now let's see if it fits. Put it over here. Right here. So this is a driver's side. So you see at first it didn't want it to fit because it was getting stuck here. So now I just put the keys in. Obviously don't turn on the truck. Put the keys on the accessories and turn the steering wheel to the left, this being the driver's side. So see, now I have this big gap. Now I can put this ratchet. Obviously my left to loosen it be to the left. So in this case, grab the cheater bar. Show this side. If you're grabbing this, make sure you can grab this. Now I'm gonna loosen it. Going to the tailgate. Grab a cheater pipe. Okay, now it's loose. That one's loose. We'll go to the top one. Here, I record it. Just push down. That's all you have to do. Is that hard? Go stick the pipe more up. There you go, like that. Okay, there you go. This is the driver's side. He's pushing down towards the direction of the tailgate. Okay, that's the second one off. Now I'm going to take the other one off. Cool. Okay, now take the 3 bolts. That's 2. Obviously that's the line. Remember the line? This is the dust. This right here is the dust cover. The ABS line has to go inside the dust cover and wraps around this control arm and follows through to the clip over there. Now the lug nuts, the bolts are already off. Now the only thing is just push it out now. Now go ahead and pull it out. Pull it out. It doesn't come out. Huh. The other one's out. The other one came out easy. 1 second. Okay. Grab the muzzle, the sledgehammer. I didn't think I was going to need a sledgehammer on this one. Let me see.
Yeah, this one gave you the most problems, remember?
Yeah, this one. Grab a sledgehammer. Just hit it. See if it comes out. Okay, hit it from the other side. Hit it at all angles. Okay, now hit it this side. Hit it this side. Okay, hit it the other side. You gotta come out even. There it goes. There it goes. Now the line, remember we disconnected the ABS line. So now this is the dust cover that we're gonna need again. Okay, cool. It was as simple as that. The wheel hub. This one gave me a lot of problems. You see how dirty it is there? Now we have to scrape that out. So if ever you try to grab that screwdriver behind you and clean all that dirt, debris there, because we want to make sure it's clean. Normally you can grab a toothbrush or one of those scraping brushes and come around it. So that's it, folks. That's all it consists of. That's how easy it is. The only thing is that you just do everything in reverse. You don't have to go to a mechanic and pay big bucks for this. The top part right here too, just scrape it there. This is a 2018 Ram 1500. 3.6 6-cylinder. Tradesman. 2018 with ABS. Okay, now we have it pretty much clean. More or less, I guess you could say that. I don't have a toothbrush or stuff like that to scrape it. So now we grab the other part. Grab the new part. This is coming from AutoZone. This is the Duralast Gold wheel hub. The hub is pressed in, so it comes in one assembly. Duralast Gold. I recommend these because this gives you a 3-year warranty, not like the other ones that give you a 1-year warranty. Or the template. Part numbers: David, Larry, George, 590492. Okay, now we'll take it out of the box. As you can see, it comes in one assembly. You don't have to go to the mechanic and pay $10 or $20 just to push, just to press in. Or normally on some vehicles they will come separate. You will have to press in the wheel hub. You will have to press it in here. You have to pay a mechanic $10 something to do it, to get them pressed. But this is already assembled as a one piece. Now let's cut this here to loosen that. Okay. Same thing. We're gonna put the dust cover back on there, and the weight going back, obviously this cut in, this is where the brake's gonna go, right? So you put the dust cover back on, this is where the brakes go. Now again, this is where the ABS line goes through attached. So we're gonna try to put it back in there. Obviously, but let me put this line in there. So now we know that the line's already inserted there. And we're gonna put the hub there. Okay, look at this one from my side, from this line. So you can see the dust cover with the hub there. Now we got to make sure we fit in the bolts from this side. Put it on this side. All right, and look at it here. Then you can see as you point them in from the inside, going. Now this was tiny. You can see as it's coming out. Sometimes you got to wiggle it like that, so make sure it doesn't tight. It doesn't give you a hard time going in, because you want to finger tighten them real good. Okay, now we got one in. Now we're gonna put the other two. We got one in there. Same thing. Okay. The other one put in from the inside. Come out right here. This is putting it in. You gotta see it. It's already finger tight. See the finger tighten from the outside, just those 3 bolts. Now we're gonna grab the same ratchet and tighten it now. This time it's going to the left.
To the right.
Yes, it is going to right, facing this direction. Okay, go ahead. You might want to grab the cheater board. Okay, hold on. Be careful with this line. Okay, go ahead. Sometimes, guys, you need a cheater pipe just to get that leverage. And what I mean by leverage, it gives you that extra push, that extra snug tightness. Don't go throw your whole body in there and break the bolt. Just that's why that cheater pipe is good, to give you that extra leverage. Okay. That's one bolt. Remember, it's 3 bolts. It's like a triangle. Always face. If you were facing the bolt, then obviously it's tightening to your right. But if you were to look at it from facing the tire, it looks like you're losing it to the left, but it's not. So there's 2. One more. careful with your foot underneath the. Never try to place your feet underneath the control arm, just in case the jack goes out. Here, you might need the cheater pipe. I mean, cheater pipe. Yeah. Get that extra leverage. There you go. Okay, gonna connect this ABS. Now we tighten everything. Now here's the ABS line. See if I remember how to do it. Okay, now this. Come over here. This is the other one that I was telling you that it came with. And I could just take it out of there and snap it on there. But me, I like to put new everything, so let me just take this one out. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna clamp it in there. Right there. See the ABS lines wraps around behind the dust cover, goes behind the dust cover and wraps around the control arm all the way, and then it grabs in here on this control arm. Then now you have to, then you make sure you get it right here, snap it in here till it grabs. Okay, now this is the other one that it came with, which is this one. So you could take this one off and snap this one in, or you could take this one off sometimes I wish I had that flat head. And put it on this one, clamp it in there. Then this one would just go and snap in to that clip. Now watch this. As I insert it in, you're gonna hear that clip. See, it engaged already. It's already locked. It's already locked. But this red one is a safety. It's a second safety switch or a feature. You just push it down to make sure it double lock. Now it double lock. Now put it back the way it was. There it goes. So now the ABS connection's connected. Connected there, behind. Behind this dust cover. And we already got the wheel hub bolts on, hooked on. Now the next step is reverse procedure. Put the rotor make sure the rotor's good. My brother got on me and said, hey, check the rotor, make sure it's not. I said, look, it might not be the wheel hubs, it might be the rotor. The rotor's clean. Put the rotor back on. Normally, some come with little clips there, which you take off. The other side had them, this one doesn't. So now what you have to do is put this bracket back on there. Put the bracket back in. Like this. Put them on there. Grab those bolts that we took off. Those big. Sometimes you gotta wiggle it, jiggle it, make sure it goes in right. Both finger time. Okay, where's that bolt?
Medium action.
Yeah. The same thing, tying them. Now we're gonna tie in the same way to that way to the token. I grab the one about the cheater pipe. That's loose. That's loose. Before you tighten them, sorry, I messed up. Before you tighten them, one to the all the way tight, make sure it's snug tight, and then tight. Alright, let me double check. A little bit. So I'm doing it. If you want to lay down and push it up, that'll be the best way. I know we're doing the video, so it's hard.
I don't want to.
Okay. Okay, here, try it again. Okay. This is how we're tying it. Always double check. Don't just, it's tight. Now, the brake pads. And now we're going to put the brake pads. Let me see if it's looking. Okay. Pads. Go in here. Let's see. Okay. And now back. The bolt went in. Okay, good. Okay, now we need the caliper. I grab the caliper. Okay, grab the caliper from the top. Okay. It lines up with this one. The other one, grab the small bolts. And watch it spin, look. So it's not really tiny until you grab this. So now. Okay, now snug tight the other one first before you tighten that one. Okay, boys. My battery's about to run out, so this is it. That's everything. You just mount the tire. Once you tighten these bolts, mount the tire, and that's it. It cuts off on me. I ain't got no more battery left. So we use that cheater pipe just to get that extra little more. All right, make sure the socket's straight. Alright, now try the other one. After these bolts are tightened, then you just mount the tire and you're ready to go. Sorry, my battery's finished already. 2018 Ram 1500 3.6 Tradesman, and this wrench right here is an 18. It's all done. Sorry about the ending of the video, but that was it. Please always remember that when we push the piston in just a little bit, that now it's not grabbing the brakes 100%. So before you leave, after you put the tire on, always make sure to at least pump the brakes a minimum of 5 to 7 times. Pump the brakes anytime anybody does any brake service on your vehicle. Before you leave, always pump the brakes so the piston could push back in, back out, so the piston could push back out and brace on the brake. I hope somebody learned something from this. Thank you and bye.